stream with Warchild. Today we have an incredible opportunity to help out children who are suffering from war. And as you have seen in the game, from November 8th to November 16th, you can purchase an insignia and an origami costume, and the money from those purchases will go to the Warchild charity, which I will tell you more about really soon. And we're going to be joined by Brew from Warchild itself, and tell us a lot about what they do with the money you can give them, what they can do with the money you can give them, what they have been doing for many years, how they have been helping out children with the help of the gaming community, of the gaming industry, and much more. But also I'll play with you guys today, and you can ask me questions that you would like me to ask Alex after, and I'm going to relay those questions, and we'll all know a lot more, and it'll all be enriched. So I'm really happy to see you here. I'm really happy if you join me. So let's learn together, and let's make it the world a better place to live together. I'm sorry if I'm being... I'm really excited about this. Guys, tell me if everything is fine. Tell me if the audio is fine, if you see me well, hear me well, because the last thing I would want you not to be able to hear me today, because it's a very special stream for Guns of Boom, for me, and I hope for you too. Okay, guys, waiting for people to come in. I see we're streaming to YouTube, we're streaming to Twitch, we're streaming to Facebook, so everywhere. Tell me if you're fine. Where are you watching from? Have you already purchased an origami skin? Have you already purchased an insignia? And how do you feel about this all? Okay, waiting for you guys to come in. I see some happy faces, I see some smiles, and also let's go. We'll do I think one battle. I think we'll do one battle, and then we'll talk to Alex. I think we'll do one battle, and then we'll talk to Alex. And I just need I need my ID. My ID to come up. Okay, great, guys. Add me as a friend, and we can go play together. Indigo Girl, watching from Oklahoma, USA. I love what you got are doing for the children. Thank you, Indigo Girl. Okay, well, add me as a friend. We'll go and play, and then we'll go. I have the origami costume. I have it here. We'll play one match, then we'll talk to Brew. Then we'll go to Brew. Okay. Waiting for your invitations, and also waiting very much for your questions for Alex about Warchild and the work they do. Too many friends. Sorry. Let's go here. Friend request expired. I think some of these are old. Let's go lower. And we'll see if anybody is online. We'll play one battle. You, right now, think about what you want to know about Warchild. Oh, I see a lot of the Armistice Insignias. That's great. 4 in a row. It's really nice. Accept all of those, of course. It's a good thing to have. So, I'm really hoping to see some origami costumes in the game right now. I'm really hoping to see them. I'm going to be using this one. Let's go try to create a group. We'll see if there is enough people. Go Tanks, Master Player, Lops, well, too low of a level. We'll need to get some more people. Hi, Go Tanks. Okay. So we have more people here. What kind of things would you like to know about Warchild? What kind of things would you like to know about what we are doing right now with this thing? So we have 3 people. Great. Let's try to get more. Well, I think that's enough, really. Let's go and do some brawl. So everybody feels fine. Hi guys. Hi Baris Blue, Rosie Gallagher, Battle HD. So many of you I see are joining just now. Many of you I see are joining just now. Right now, guys, right now we have an incredible opportunity to help out children who are suffering from war or who have suffered from war, traumas and different sorts of miseries. And so today we're going to talk to Alex Brew about this. You can right now from November 8th to November 16th buy an insignia inside the game and a costume, and the money will go to the charity of War Child. And you can learn about what is going to happen to that money in 5 minutes with me here. And ask Alex questions. So please write your questions in the chat about the War Child organization, about the Guns of Boom, and how Guns of Boom comes in into the partnership with War Child and everything like that. And we seem to be losing. Very excited. As the gaming community, we have, as the Guns of Boom community and the gaming community, gamer community as a whole, we have really right now have a lot of influence, and we can use that influence for really great things. We can use it to help children. We can use it to help solve really difficult problems, and help out people who need it. So I feel this is a very important stream and a very important topic to talk about. So whatever questions you have, whatsoever, if you don't understand even the simplest things, it's completely okay. Please guys, share your questions, share your thoughts, what you feel about this, what you feel about the War Child organization, and about these problems that they're trying to help mediate and solve. Just really I would really want to hear anything you have to say about this. I would really like to know where you are emotionally about this. After that, we'll play some more, and after the interview with Alex, I will talk to you about it some more, and we can still we can exchange ideas and thoughts and feelings. So please do very much. So the thing about it is, our game is very competitive. Our game is very competitive, but I feel like we do build really strong teams and a really great sense of community in Guns of Boom. So I hope that the strength of our community will be a really great thing for War Child to maybe lean on in their cause. So it's 2 minutes left. Alex will join me in 3 minutes. I'll just send him a message, and we'll be able to talk really soon. So guys, what's up with you? Hi, a lot of good morning. Stanis invite me a cash. Okay, Cash, I remember you. You're really irregular at the streams, but I will invite you, but after I talk to Alex. For now, please think about what you would like to say to him. What would you like to? What kind of message would you like to give? Okay, and that's the important thing right now. And after that, definitely we'll play together. Okay, guys, I am a little bit nervous. I have to tell you, I feel like this is a very important topic, and I really want us to do it justice. So we already lost. There's been only 3 of us, but it doesn't matter, because right now it is about a more important thing, and Alex will join me I think in a minute, and let's get ready. So I am waiting for your questions. And let me go into chat for a second. Will there be a giveaway? No giveaway today, I'm sorry, but there will be giveaways on other streams. Tune in to Season 1 final. Yes, and as I see, Alex is about to join us. Hi, Alex, can you hear me?
Hi, Stanix, yes I can. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I'll turn off the music for now. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's a great honor and it's a big pleasure to have you here representing War Child.
No, thank you guys for having me. It's so lovely to see you.
Yeah, thank you. So I've just been talking to people watching the stream about the War Child organization, and we would really, I think, me personally and our whole community would really like to know more. Really like to know more about what War Child actually is and what War Child actually does and what it stands for in like just like the very basics for people who don't really know.
Okay, sure, absolutely. So we are War Child. We are an international charity who focus on supporting children affected by conflict. We work across 7 regions at the moment where conflict is currently taking place or has just finished taking place. And we focus on long-tail support for children. So we are there to give education. We support with mental health and psychosocial support. And we also help provide children with livelihoods and careers to help them, grow out of and deal with the challenges they've been facing and give them careers to sustain them moving forward.
Okay, that sounds like incredible work. That sounds really. That sounds very difficult. You say that you go for sustained long-term support. I would really like to know. Just for how long War Child has been operating?
Yes, so as a charity, we've been going for 25 years. This year is our 25th anniversary. But typically, we can stay in a conflict region from anywhere from sort of 4 to 8 years, even after the conflict is finished as well.
Okay, so 25 years.
Yes, the charity was formed 25 years ago this year.
Yes, and surely you do incredible work with the gaming industry lately, but surely you haven't been doing it for the whole 25 years, as it wasn't. So where did the War Child start, and how did it get into the gaming?
Absolutely. So we were actually founded by 2 filmmakers who had very close connections with the film and music industries. So a lot of our work, and where most people have heard of us, is through the music industry. We do concerts with large artists like Coldplay, Ed Sheeran, these kinds of people who have done charity concerts for us. And we've also released an album in the 1990s called Help, which was by bands like Oasis and Blur, who all wrote a song and donated it to the album, which raised money for us. So it seemed like almost a natural move across into the games industry as that industry has grown and become more and more popular. It's an area that we work in terms of the entertainment industry.
Yes, and the gaming industry is. I'd say even though movies, they do really deal with difficult topics like war a lot, the gaming industry is is in a way different, that players can take part like active part in sort of wars inside the games, and I'm really interested as to how those types of companies have been supporting you, because I know that gaming companies dealing with war in the games have been really supporting you over the years. Can you tell something about that?
Absolutely, yes. So it all stems through our project called Armistice, which is happening from now. Your awesome activation in Guns of Boom is part of it. And the idea is to get companies to temporarily put in some form of peace symbol or mode or gameplay that helps gamers understand, as we all typically do, that real war is not a game. We're all very good at distinguishing what happens in game from what happens in real life. So, for example, a couple of years ago, we were working with a company who made a World War I game. And they added in for Armistice a snowball fight mode, for example. So instead of shooting each other with the guns, you'd throw snowballs at each other. Other things range from piece skins and insignias, all the way through to donations as well in game. So there's lots of different stuff that happens as part of Armistice, and the idea is for us to put our guns down for a short period of time and recognise that there are people who we can help just by playing video games, which is amazing.
I would really like to show off. I would really like to show off the origami costume once more, as we have it here. So. Yes, as you said, so that we do, as Guns of Boom, really, and as Guns of Boom community, we do really realize that, war is not a game, but games are also not war. And this origami costume, which is a first one that is not like a human being person inside a costume, but actually like a mass of paper, which really to show how in a way. Not real this is. And Guns of Boom is really about competition. It's about being the best together with your friends, with your team, and it's definitely not about violence. So we really support your message, and it's very important to us that we can work with you on it.
It's a really cool skin as well. Like, just looking at it, it looks amazing.
Yes, I'd say that the shadows, it does look beautiful and is also symbolic, which is, I think, the best type of like marriage of ideas.
Absolutely. Am I right in thinking it came from sort of the origami concept, the piece, the piece symbol from that? Was that where it came from?
Yes, definitely from that too. And we have it on our promos. We have it with sort of with a swan, with an origami swan in hand. Okay, so
that's amazing. So cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. I think that one of the things I see, a lot of our players already are buying the costume, and they already are buying the insignias, and I see them just like from the day one, just like in the first hour. I've just seen many people, many people wearing the costumes and having the insignias. The thing I think everyone wants to know is how will the money be used, and what kind of great, I'd say, goals not absolutely great, but just what kind of things will you be achieving with the money that the Guns of Boom community can give you?
That's a very good question, and thank you so much to everyone who's already bought the insignias and the skins. We really appreciate that. The money itself, so it's going to go to it's spread across all of our different country regions. They are Afghanistan, Iraq, Jordan, Uganda, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Central African Republic. And what we do in these areas is we set up these places called child-friendly spaces. And what these are is areas that children can come along to, despite what trauma they've been through, despite the horrific things they've seen and lived through. They can come to these spaces and just be children again. They can play games with their friends. We provide specialist staff there who can teach them, so they can continue their education that they'd ordinarily miss out on after being displaced from a war zone. We also will hire specific staff who can help with mental health trauma and psychosocial support to help these kids really get over some of the things that they've been through as well. And finally, we can use it to help get people's careers up and running. So get these young people who are growing out of their childhood stage in towards being an adult. We can help set them up with careers and livelihoods moving forward. So that's where your money's going to go across. It's all about putting the children first for us in our work. So it's all gonna go to help some amazing projects in our programs.
Yes, it sounds really great, and what I'm gathering from what you're saying is that the safety and the safe spaces are the priority for sustainable well-being is like is the way that War Child looks at this. Am I correct?
Absolutely, it's one of the most fundamental pieces of our work, because it does just give that area for children to come and relax and play and have fun. It takes them out of, say, being in the real life experience of being in a refugee camp, for example. So it gives them a place they really look forward to coming to and spending their time.
I feel like it really works together with the fact that the War Child organization comes from the entertainment industry and gaming itself. As I would say that why I think this resonates so well with the gamers, I can talk for the gamers, I think, in this particularly, is that why it resonates so well with the gamers, that gamers often seek refuge in the games from their maybe not as tragic but sometimes difficult lives. And the fact, just imagining the sheer amount of suffering that can also still you can find refuge from that inside a game or inside some sort of fictional universe. That I feel is the reason it resonates so much with me, at least.
Absolutely, that's a really good point as well. So yeah, we all like to escape into games, and that's kind of what we provide for these children as a way for them to come to an area and just come and play. We do use some games and tablet-based learning as well in those child-friendly spaces as well. So because a lot of them are, a lot of these areas are becoming more and more digitized. So actually, gaming is a great learning tool for some of these children in these spaces to help them grow, which is fantastic.
Okay, so I'm looking into the chat. I don't.
Hi, chat.
Yeah. Hi to the chat. Yeah, guys. I'm not seeing many questions, but I am seeing love being sent to you from the chat, saying lots of love and really support for the cause.
Thank you so much.
I think maybe we're doing a good enough job of explaining as it is.
Excellent.
Okay, so from some other questions that I wanted to ask you about this is how else can people get involved with the War Child organization? How else can people donate? What they can do to support? And maybe if some people even want to help out themselves or to get involved somehow more personally, how would that work?
Again, another great question. So first thing is obviously to check out the origami skin and the insignia within Guns and Boom. It's a great activation. It's one of our favourite ones this year as part of Armistice. But there's lots of other things happening in Armistice as well. If you have a PC, you can go onto Steam, and there's a number of games on there on sale for a week, with the proceeds coming to War Child. There's also a number of other awesome mobile games who are doing in-game activations, whether they be items or costumes or something like that. You can check them all out on the Google Play and Apple stores. There should be a little Armistice banner, at least on the Google Play Store, you can check out. There's also a number of other console games that are doing activations, DLC, things you can pick up, so make sure to check out for those. And those of you who really want to get involved, those of you who are streamers, I know a lot of you out there like your streaming, we are doing, there's a fundraising pack on Just Giving, which is the fundraising website, where you can download and do your own charity stream for us, which will be amazing. Anything that you can contribute and want to get involved with, we'd love any of your support. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think it's a very promising way of supporting any sort of cause right now, as a lot more people are content creators, and I know that some of you guys who are watching are content creators. You have your YouTube channels, you have your streams, and that's also would be true for our moderators. So thank you very much for helping out in the chat right now. But even if your audience is not that big, I feel like if the content creators really want to send a message and really want to help move a cause further, that could be really massive, as it could have a sort of a snowball effect. So if you do maybe if you do a stream, or maybe if you make a video about this particular activation that we have in Guns of Boom right now, or maybe just about War Child as a whole, about all the games, about the gaming industry, your thoughts about that, your feelings about that. I feel like that could be really, really beneficial to the community, and maybe I'd say that even to you as a human being and maybe as a content creator, it can help you grow. So I just wanted to pitch that, and if any of you guys will come out with videos or streams in this next week, I would be really glad, and we at Guns of Boom will watch it and we'll feature it.
Amazing. And social media as well is quite big as well, so make sure to share the Guns of Boom origami costume and the insignias as well. All social sharing just helps us raise awareness about the campaign, so make sure to use the hashtag Armistice 2018 as well on any of those, and that's massively valuable. So even if you can't donate money or buy a skin, the more you share the better, because the more people who hear about it, the better. So
okay, that's great. So some other things I wanted to talk about. So what is next for War Child with this? So I know there's like the gaming industry is growing, and the gaming industry, the esports scene, the amount of players just like in the world is getting to insane levels like never before. And as I understand that War Child doesn't operate only in gaming but in the entertainment industry as a whole, am I correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, we do all sorts in music as well. So we've got some concerts lined up coming up in the UK. We've got we're launching our very first mobile game later this month as well, so that's coming out. There's lots of different things happening around the War Child piece. You mentioned esports as well. We did our first ever esports tournament this year, and that's something potentially we're looking at again in 2019. So there's all sorts of stuff coming up, so make sure to give us a follow. We're on Twitter. It's at warchild_gaming for our specific gaming stuff, and then you've got at Warchild UK, which is our charity as a whole. So if you want to keep an eye on what's happening and see if there's other things you want to get involved with, you can make sure you can check it out there.
Okay, I would like shortly to show. I would like to show a video that you have sent me that sort of introduces the whole War Child message. Will just take us a minute of being silent, and I'll tell you when to come back in. So it's a really beautiful video. I'd say it's a simple animation in a way. It's kind of simplistic, but it also carries a really interesting message with bullets turning into snowballs and sort of missiles going to fireworks. I would like to know sort of what thoughts went into that, and sort of why did you choose to go with this approach as opposed to like a more heavy. Why did you send this video as opposed to more like heavy, tragic, I'd say, video?
It's an interesting question. So we as a charity, we tend to because we work in the entertainment industry, we enjoy the fun elements of things like music and gaming. And actually games are there, they're meant to be fun. We jump into them with our friends and with our teams and our squads because we really, really have fun and enjoy it. And I think that video is very good at capturing that, in that it's very cartoon style. It shows the peaceful message of let's try throwing snowballs levels, or having different game modes in games for just a short period of time to help us support Armistice, really. And it's it obviously coincides then with 11th of November, which I know in the UK at least is our Remembrance Day, and in the US it's Veterans Day. So it's remembering those folks who have supported our military in the past as well. So I think it's a really powerful video, and it's really enjoyable.
As I see in the chat, people are saying that they love the video. That made
thank you, guys.
People saying that that made me cry. And, no, so Sabrina, don't cry. Yes, I see that people are really responding to the video. They're asking how much is going to the charity. I can answer that. So from the insignia, as you can learn from, you can see in the description on YouTube. You can see we have a full note which says everything about it. But from the insignia, 100% goes to War Child, and from the costume, and 50% is going to War Child directly to the donation. So, can I join in, please? People are asking how they can join in. I think we already talked about that. It is a very powerful video. I feel like we've covered most of the points that we wanted to cover today. Maybe there are some things that would you like to say they haven't said yet. Maybe to start closing.
Absolutely. It's mainly just a massive thank you. First of all, a massive thank you to the Game Insight team for doing this piece of work with us. It takes them a fair amount of time to build one of these costumes and these insignias. So, they make an amazing game, and they've made an amazing piece for us. So big thank you to the Game Insight team. And the second one is to you guys, the community over there of Guns of Boom. Have been amazing so far. I think you mentioned, Stanis, already, people buying the costume of on day one, and the insignias. There were so many insignias in that list you had there already. It's just a massive thank you to those of you who have bought the activation so far. Do remember though, don't buy it if it's make sure you can only donate what you afford. So don't buy it if it's going to put you in a bad situation. But those of you who can help, thank you so much for doing so.
Yes, thank you very much for. Thank you very much for doing this with us, for letting us support such an amazing cause. I feel like the Guns of Boom community really has a big heart, in a way that our players are incredibly, so they are very passionate, and sometimes it goes kind of like into a competitive sort of passionate, but I really feel like people care for each other in the Guns of Boom community. I really feel like we are like a sort of a family, and it's very important for us to be able to come together and do something good in the world, and help others who need help. And just it is interesting, like it's a very connected moment in time for humanity as a whole, but it is still difficult to find opportunities to really reach out and help other people. So it's a big thank you to War Child organization for giving us this opportunity and letting us do it inside a game that we love. So it's really doing something good. It's really doing something good for the children, and for making a world a better place, but still through the love to gaming. It's just, I think it's a perfect way. It's a perfect way to be giving. It's a perfect way to do a charity. So thank you. Thank you for joining me today.
No, thank you very much for having me.
I think I'll be going now, and I'll go and play some games, and we'll process everything that we've talked about with the guys on the stream. But thank you very much for coming today, and I'll see you. I'll see you next time.
See you later. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye, Alex. Okay, guys. Let me. I'll turn the music back on. I am. Thank you very much for. Thank you very much for being here. You can continue adding me to your friends list. Like, my ID will appear right here, right now. For a second, I would like my ID here, George, if you don't mind. Thank you. And okay, I'll do a small break. Start adding me. Please start adding me as a friend, and we'll go play in a second. Just a small break. I'm back. Let's talk a bit. Stannis bro, invite me Akash Stark. Okay, guys, let's talk for a bit. How are you guys feeling? If you want, you can go and research right after the stream. You can go and research on YouTube, on any other social media. The War Child. They have some really powerful videos. They have a really powerful message, and I feel like it's very important to. It's very important to go into it. I just went looking through the War Child videos and messages and posts. It is a kind of a heavy journey sometimes, but it is also a very important one to have. I would like you guys to, if you have the strength right now, it is important to know about people who need our help, and if we can provide that help, we really should. I really believe that. I don't want to be pushing anybody into anything, but I mean, you decide for yourself. You know what's best for you and what you can do. But if you can do something, I feel like it's very important that you do. Okay, guys. So let's play a couple of games, and I'll be adding a lot of friends. So tell me, how are you feeling right now? How are you feeling? What are your feelings right now? Good, Stannis. Thank you. Thank you. I hope this stream. I see a lot of. I think, I'm sorry, guys. These friend requests are actually old. I'll need to be declining a little bit here, and I'll start taking them again in a second. So I think it's an important stream that we just did. It was an important conversation. It is a little difficult to have them, of course, but I think we really do have a big heart as a community, and we really need. I feel like expressing the sort of like inner warmth that we have is going to make us better in the long run. Sad. Feeling is good. Good. So I'm seeing two things. You are saying that you feel sad and that you feel good. And it's interesting. Why are you sad? Why are you sad right now, and why do you feel good? I would really like to know. So I think I declined most of the old ones. I can already see Akash Stark, which is great. Pacific. Ultimate Gameplay Interviews. Hi, I'm Jolly Gamer. Type Edward. Dragon. Infinite Gamer. Kill the Power Rangers. Scotty Bakes. Rapture. Mr. Punisher. I'm seeing a lot of insignias. I've reached the friend limit. Guys, I'll take. I think let's go create a group. Maybe play a couple of games. Sad about the situation and good about the charity. I understand that. I understand that. Sorry, got no time for that. Don't decline me, Stannis. I'm sorry. It was those were really old ones. Sorry, a little bit confused. Okay, guys, let's. I think we need one more. Let's go with Go Tanks. Yes, we have a full roster. I think maybe Rocket Party could be good here. As Rocket Party is just, as you know, we've had new Paracelsus helmet and it's just some explosions. I mean, really the difference is our game is, it has a lot in common. It has a lot in common with some of the it has a lot in common with like the things associated with violence, but really our game is it is about competition. It is about being together with your teammates, and it is about really about having a fun time and not being really heavy. You just respawn and you just can have fun as long as you want. It's all about trying to be maybe one up a little bit your friends. Ultimately, I feel like it's our game is very much about being together. Like, we do have some solo modes. We have one solo mode right now, but I feel like the game is really about staying together. I want to see Stannis when he reaches level 50. It will take years. Guys, don't be so. I would really love to see I would really love to see us do some more with the War Child organization in the future, or something really similar. Like we do have guns, but it would be nice to have something like fireworks and snowballs, and just really highlight how fun the game is, and how it's really not about hurting anybody. How it's really not about making anybody feel uncomfortable. And I know that sometimes while being competitive, we can be toxic and we can hurt each other, at least emotionally, because we just really don't want to lose, and we really don't want to really want to win, and sometimes we get hurtful. But I do believe that people playing Guns of Boom in our communities, at its heart and at its core, it is about having fun, and it is about being with your teammates. So yes, and I would like to hear your thoughts. I would like to hear your thoughts in the chat, and I would like to know what you guys think, and how are you feeling about. So the broader question would be, how are you guys feeling about the gaming industry as a whole, like right now? Because it is becoming a really big part of our lives, and like there's more gamers right now there's ever been, and there are no signs of slowing down. So as gamers, we have I think we have a big responsibility to define what we do now, like as a community, and what we do with with the power we have, and like with the numbers, and what do we stand for. Those are. I'm not saying just give me a simple answer to this. I am thinking about those things. I don't know. I really would like to know. And that's me personally. I'm not talking for Guns of Boom here. I'm just saying that those are the things that I find myself thinking about. Thank you guys for playing. I think really, if you look at the origami costume, it really, I don't know. I think like we managed to capture something quite important about this cause, and just it does look very fragile. How does he talk while he plays? It takes practice, but if I have some thoughts that are worth talking about, then I can easily do it. Stannis organize Asian tournaments. Maybe in the second season, guys. I'm maybe sorry. Maybe sorry, guys. I think I will play with you next time. I'm kind of feeling like it's more important to talk a little bit more. And we'll definitely play more. There will be giveaways. There will be a lot of cool things, cool and fun things. But there are difficult things in life too, and there are moments when we need to get maybe. I'm not saying to get serious. You really don't need to tense up about any of this. And I do understand that some of you feel sad, and I feel really sad too about this. But I think what we have here is an incredible opportunity. It's definitely one of many that we will have in life to do something really good. But even though we will have many such opportunities, unfortunately we cannot take them all. And maybe this one is the one that you can take. Maybe this one is the one where you can do something, and that would be great. And if you can't right now, as Alex said, if it hurts you, if you cannot afford to do anything right now, that's okay too. There will be more in the future. It is, in fact, about long-lasting well-being. It's not only about the long-lasting well-being of the children suffering from war. It is about your well-being too. It's about all of our well-being. It's like about all of us. And I feel like here in Guns of Boom community, we really know like what we means. Like we found that during this last year. I feel like we really found some really strong we. And I just want to know that we can be strong together, and we can help. We can even help others. And I really do believe in us. And thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for buying the insignias and buying the costumes. And just even if you didn't, if you really just read the posts and watched the videos with attention, and you will spread the word at some point in your life. That's a lot more than you think. That's a lot more than you think. If you just really attentively go read about the War Child organization, that's already a lot. It will matter at some point. So thank you very much, no matter how little you did or no matter how big you did. Just thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Stannis out.